stones like this. I mean, these are proper massive stones. And you might think that's a natural outcrop. When you watch the film, you see all over where these have been laid in walls. It's absolutely phenomenal. And what's really worrying, and which is really getting me more aggravated as I go around, is that this is being taken apart and is disappearing all the time. Talked to one of the locals who's come to join us. It's great, we've got a few people here today. And he was saying that when he was up there with his grandmother's old house, in the last 15 years, they had major walls at the bottom of their gardens. And because it's local authority owned, in the last few years they've come in and they've flattened these walls. And they've turfed over and they've landscaped it, and it's like those walls never existed. And when we go on the Google Time Machine, if you go on Google Pro, you can go back through the years, you see this happening with more and more places across Wales. You go back even as recently as 2003, you see a landmark, and then you go to the 2005 map, you see it destroyed, 2006, 7, and before you know it, it's gone completely. There's woods built on it, or planted on it, and that seems to be what's happening here, which is very worrying. As you look around, you'll see, because those roots go right in and destroy the walls and destroy the archaeology. So this is being taken away quickly, and it's our duty to our ancestors and the people who follow us to make a record of this now and try and stop more of it being destroyed. So please get out there, take your pictures, take your videos, get active, make friends, join the groups, and let's try and keep some of this history, which could have been here 2,500 to 3,000 years, and it's all been destroyed in the last 50. Well, the wall used to come through here as well, yeah?
Yeah, it used to follow around here, but it was all like little stables and stuff like that set back in here, like, you know.
All right. She says there's a couple of nice fields up there, and the walls got taken.
Got to be again, probably about the last 15, 20 years.
As recent as that, is it? And
Those fields were stunning, nothing, they were stunning. Like.
Beautiful fields, and more of the walls are taken away, of course.
The walls, they're gone. They've gone, they've sold them, haven't they?
What's a much more first-hand experience than that? There's your mum's house backing onto it.
Yeah.
Fair play. You can't give us more local knowledge. Watching this happening in your back garden. Fun?
See, the wall was all the way across here.
With its fences now?
Following basically the same shape as the fence, because there's another, like a little block in front. You can still see it in front on the private houses to the left. You can still see the base of the wall there. But on the council houses, they're gone. It's been ripped out, it's been gutted.
It's going to be over this fence.
Why did they... What for?
Ruined, yeah, you're right.
You can see the way the wall, right, you can see.
It's got these ancient walls here, and they destroyed them.
Yeah.
For crappy featherboarding.
The fir trees are all along the back of it, sitting on the wall.
There's the trees all cut down.
So that's what's left of it. There's
a couple of stones.
Yeah. And the old girl's fence.
Any wall you can see, or?
Nothing anymore. They took it all out right the way up.
That's dreadful, isn't it? See, this is what happens. If we don't do something and make a fuss and become aware of it. The first thing's awareness. That's what this whole project's about. You've got to build awareness. If people don't know what it is, they don't complain about it being removed.
These are the sort of walls that used to go all the way around the enclosure, and are very similar to the walls that were destroyed when they put the new featherboarding in. And here you can see a good example where at the front, at the bottom half, you've got the original old ancient walls, and then behind them some concreting has been done and other walls been put behind. I put my hand there so you can see just how large some of these stones are. This is a serious, substantial structure, and it goes all the way around the enclosure. We're going to follow it up to the top, all the way around, and then into the woods, where you see the walls passing through and the burial mounds.
Right, go.
Start the old stone wall that I mentioned in the video, and then just walk down by here. You can see the first burial mound I need to show you, just down behind the first building.
Alright, so it's easy enough to get to, yeah?
Yeah.
A spot to it. That's it, yeah. But when you walk around the streets, most of the people's walls are built out of it, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think we're making these stones for a long time, haven't they? Look at some of the other walls around here. There's a lot of very substantial stone walls around people's gardens, aren't there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that one you'd never lift, would you?
Yeah, moving out.
You wouldn't build something this thick and strong and heavy just to keep your sheep in or something, would you? There's just no... There's no reason to do that. And over there.
Is this another mound by here, is it, Ross? In the centre by here?
It looks like, doesn't it? See, that's a classic. That's exactly what a mound would expect to look like. There you go. That's the kind of thing you're looking for, and it's very worrying, all the trees on everything, because the roots of the trees go in and wreck the whole lot, you know. You see the surface, not only can you not see them on satellite pictures, especially those blasted evergreens, they stick up, like on places like that. But any trees, the roots go in and just destroy everything. When people say it's agricultural, this gives a great visual example here. That's what the farmer's done. Whacked a few poles in the ground.
Yeah.
Couple of cross battens. That's it. That's all you need to keep livestock in.
That's it, yeah.
You don't go building a 3 foot deep thing out of massive rocks, do you? You just wouldn't do it.
Well,
I know they do make dry stone walls, but you see what they use there, the little handshake size.
Slabs,
just because they're lying around, isn't
yeah.
it? I mean, the effort to carting this lot around. Amazing.
I just think that down the bottom there's a wall which is maybe 8 feet tall in some places.
Really?
And it's thicker than this.
Oh, that's what you want to go and see, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, some stunning stones here. Look at the size of this. This is serious, substantial, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can see down to the woods. See that potential burial mound there, perhaps? This whole area seems to be...
That wall links what it looks like is a burial mound that side and one that side with another smaller one in front of it. So it's like two on each side and the wall looks like it's linking the both.
Right, right.
Yeah, just saying to Steve now, it'd be interesting to know where the rocks were quarried from, where they were brought from to
Yeah, how far they've come, yes.
Yep.
So it's when they built the school, they seemed to like everything through here. It was just like anything that was showing, any mounds now through Bladen's fields were just destroyed, taken away before the school come through.
Never.
You used to have to walk through like a series of like 2 fields to get into the woods. And you can see the raised ground on the left hand side, but again now it's
You can
just
see
all
the mounds, you can see the wall, and they just got rid of
gone.
everything.
It's gone.
It's an absolute scandal. The more I find out, the more worrying it gets.
When the old farmers were living, you had we used to call it Mr. Price, was the polite way to call him.
Yeah, right.
He used to, those walls, he basically used to walk on. And you know, if you were a kid and you took a stone off there,
Yeah.
he was behind you kicking your ass. If you took one stone off, you put 2 stones back on.
Oh, he's actually protecting the walls now,
yeah,
did he?
the old farmer did, and then... But
He's actually just treasuring the environment a bit. So you wonder how much that generation knew, don't you? You know, it's not passed on anymore, is it? All the public meeting places, you know, no one goes to the pub anymore or listen to old stories. Everyone's having their brain emulsified by television sets, and we're losing it. It's all going to go. It's not just the roots, look at this. Yeah, I got mates with less teeth than that. That's what happens to your old walls. The next thing you know is chucked down the bank, you know? That's remarkable, isn't it?
He's coming round, the trees have gripped that in position, eh?
Well, that's the other problem. The trees are throwing this all over the place, aren't they? They're making a right mess of this.
Okay, in the Rich Hall video with Anthony Williams, he suggested that just to your left now is a smaller burial mound.
That's the burial mound he's talking about, right? Yeah, yeah.
Just to your right then, in that direction, that would
Just
be...
follow the wall round, follow the wall round.
Yeah, just in front of you, yeah. If you go on,
Yep.
that could be a bigger one. The wall then goes all the way round into a point, sort of in the corner, and then it curls back round, and then over this side is another 2 mounds, one there,
Wow.
and the smaller one there.
It'd be nice to just dig one out, not dig it out, you know, not disrespectfully, but just clear it up a bit and see if it's all stone
Yeah,
pile.
because the mound goes back that way slightly, and then the wall goes into that corner and then back down that way. Interesting thing with this section is inside the whole walled enclosure there are no large boulders. You get them just outside, you can see
Yeah, everywhere. They're all over the place, aren't they?
the other side, outside there, but inside there's nothing.
So that's one of the 2 possibilities, isn't it? Either someone's gone to enormous trouble to clear them all out, if they're naturally occurring, or they're not naturally occurring, and the other ones have been brought here or added.
Yeah, and on some blocks, solid blocks.
These are proper blocks, aren't they?
Yeah. That one there looks like the biggest one, and that's the one I roughly measured for weight-wise, which
Okay.
works out about 3.5 metric tons.
3.5 tons, okay.
And that goes back 5 feet, I think. And then that one's slightly smaller.
So you can actually see under some of these stones, can't you?
Yeah.
But they're almost tent shaped. You're like a traditional tent.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that one.
So I think there's a big stone that tree's bashed its way through as well, isn't it?
That one there is the same shape as those. It goes down into a point in the corner and then into the earth. And there's another one round the corner which looks like it could be the same shape. And then these look like they're triangular shape, but the edges chamfered off. Yeah, we would need to have a flat bottom, then one side coming down at an angle and the other flat. But you only need the one side really worked and smooth, because the rest then would be hidden behind, and that one's on his side and that one's on his side, but then they could have been
thrown around a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what you mean there. There's some sort of construction taking place, isn't it?
Lots of questions to be asked, isn't it? I mean, it does need somebody to come up here and
map them all out and draw it all out and measure it, and
there's some large, very
there you go,
large
Steve.
blocks.
You're not busy the next 10 years, are you? And you do the perfect man for this job.
There is so there.
Yes, yes.
Another one there. There's one behind us.
Oh, you done a good job finding all these, mate.
I was on my hands and knees in camouflage gear, and not for people to think I'm snooping.
Not to think you're snooping. I thought the camo gear and kneeling down wouldn't be suspicious.
So they couldn't see me.
Yeah, it's one Jeff there, and he used to, when he was a kid, most of these walls are very intact. He used to walk, the farmer used to walk along the top, all the way along, while his cows wandered down. And basically kept that horrible undergrowth at bay. So you see in a complete circle. Light's starting to fade a bit now.
There's a lot more about Garndiffaeth on our forthcoming film, which is almost an hour long, but Garndiffaeth is just one of many sites all across Wales, and I'm sure the rest of Britain, that is slowly being destroyed or planted over with woods and destroyed that way. Now, something you can do from home, anywhere in the world, is go to Google Earth Pro and you can check out these sites. You can go back through the years and you can see them existing, say in about 2004-05, being knocked down and then planted over or just obliterated. Someone who has joined our group is Kerry Jones. He's been working on this for years and he's been plotting hundreds of sites where he can show this happening. We'll be doing a video coming out very soon showing how he's done it, how his methods work, and how you can do this as well. What we really need as well is people on the ground. If you are local to any of these sites or you've seen this sort of thing going on, please take some pictures and share them, make some videos. Don't worry about the quality, it's about making a record. Because once this is gone, it's gone for good, and we need to raise awareness so that people are aware of what is being destroyed. So, there's a Britain's Hidden History group on Facebook where we all got together. I know Facebook has problems, but this is how we all got to meet each other. We became friends and we can work together, share information and discuss. So please get involved. If you want us to come along to your area and show us something that you've got going on near you, we're happy to do so, or send your pictures or videos through, or invite us or suggest somewhere for us to visit. Now, the Garndiffaeth site was first brought to public attention by the Reverend Anthony Williams, whose picture you can see on the right, and Richard Hall, the great filmmaker, made a film about this, and I'll put a link in the description, and really need to have a look at that and see how significant Garndiffaeth is to ancient British history. And then we'll make our own follow-up film. We've already made it. That'll be out soon. And we'd really like to draw your attention to this. Please share the message, share the film, subscribe, get in touch, and become active. This is our history. Once it's gone forever.